Yes! Alrighty, what's up, metalheads? It is I, your tribal metal god, Peter Joseph here for a late Thursday night video right here on Metal God 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and hit that subscribe button down there in the description box below, otherwise known as my pants. So do it now, and subscribe to my other channels as well. Show your love and support for the channels. Leave a comment on the video if you like, but all these stupid comments you get sent to the Shadow Realm, beaten with a bass guitar. That's what happens. You're gonna get blocked, you're gonna get sent to the Shadow Realm, you get hit with a guitar even more, and then Ozzy and Satan will come out and just laugh at you and then eat your soul. So don't do it, go do it somewhere else. Because you don't like it, too bad, pretty much. And that's pretty much it. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to tap and slap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. If you miss anything, well, that's too bad for you. Because you're SOL, you know what that means. If you don't know what it means, look it up. And that's that. And for newbies out there, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab the cold one, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You know, too bad. And that's all we gotta say about that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. It's late. I'm going to sleep pretty much after I finish this. But it is Thursday night, August the 27th, 2026. Or if you're watching it later, or whenever you're watching this, it is now officially August the 28th, 2026. We've got the final weekend, the final official weekend of August. We finish up August on Monday, then we begin the month of September, and the countdown starts to begins for the holiday season. We have Labor Day weekend next weekend, so this is pretty much the final official weekend before Labor Day weekend, which is the unofficial end of summer. But we got another 3 weeks before we hit the fall. So 3 more weeks of summer, ladies and gentlemen, and then the fall's coming. The temperatures go down depending on what state you're in. Snow might be coming pretty soon. Certain states have been getting snow in August, which is crazy, but it is what it is. But you know, as we get into September, October, especially in the pretty much the Northwest and, you know, the Midwest, the North Midwest, or what do you call it, like North Dakota, Minnesota, you know, even in Wisconsin area, Michigan, gotta think about, you know, it's starting to get colder, gonna get that lake effect snow machine starting pretty soon, so. But fortunately, around my neck of the woods in New York, we don't have to worry about that, so who knows when. Maybe November, maybe in December. It depends on how El Nino does and all that other shit. But right now it's okay. We had a really rough day today. It rained, thunder, Satan was coming out and was making it a bad day. But it cleared up a little bit. Like earlier tonight, it cleared up. So that's pretty good. Might be getting a little rain tomorrow, but shouldn't dampen your weekend festivities, and we got that. But, minus all that, I hope you had a great day, and I hope you have a great weekend, and that's pretty much it. Alright, enough about the spiel. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the video at hand, and, well, got a music video for you guys. I know I do a lot of tribute videos to the faithful departed in the world of music, movies, sports, that's wrestling included, and politics, stuff like that. I just did a tribute video yesterday to Dolly Parton and Tim Curry, who passed away pretty much back to back. We lost the voice of Transformers, you know, of Optimus Prime. We lost him today. So I might do a video tomorrow about it, but we got that. But this is kind of more important than that stuff. But, ladies and gentlemen, it is August the 20th, as of this video, it is August the 28th, 2028. 3 hours ago, because it's 3:05 here in the Northeast, and I'm recording this late because I was sleeping earlier, but got up at 12 because this came out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's In This Moment Day, ladies and gentlemen. The new album dropped at midnight. The new video for I Wanna Believe featuring Dayseeker just dropped as well. It is climbing up the charts already. The views are just going insane right now. The likes are just going crazy as well. But, ladies and gentlemen, as the title of the video says down below, once again, ladies and gentlemen, In This Moment has saved my life. I've been waiting for this freaking album to come out ever since it was announced. Now I know we got Heretic, and then the span of the last couple months, we got the new singles, Sleeping with the Enemy, Crawl, just came out about a month ago, and now we got I Wanna Believe, so 4, this is rare for In This Moment, 4 music videos. Well, really, Heretic wasn't a music video, but we got like a visualizer. But 3 music videos so far for the album. We got Sleeping at the Enemy. Crawl just came out, like I said, last month. I Wanna Believe just came out 3 hours ago. It is a banger. I mean, the entire album dropped. I pre-ordered it, and as soon as midnight hit, I just put on Spotify, listened to it from start to finish, and from finish to start. I had to listen to it like 5 times. It was just amazing. And this is what In This Moment does. They come out with a record. I mean, last album was great. God Mode with their hit single Purge, and then Sanctify Me came out. There are 2 videos. I should have had more, but this is what it is. But those videos are, great. And then the rest of the album is great too, great as well. With Sacrifice and the cover of Bjork, Army of Me. Just, what can you say about that? But the rest of the album was great too. So another banger for In This Moment. Their 8th album came out a couple years ago, but now number 9, and Witch came out. This is their 9th album, ladies and gentlemen, and I gotta say, if you haven't heard it yet, you're gonna hear it this weekend or whenever you're gonna hear it. And I really implore you to buy this album if you haven't done it already. You haven't downloaded it on Spotify. You haven't bought the physical copy. You haven't bought the merch for it yet, which I haven't yet, but I will be pretty soon. Maybe by my birthday. We'll see what happens with that. Along with the physical copy too, because I download my music now. I don't like to get. I try to get the physical copies when I can, just for nostalgia reasons. But it was great to have the physical copy. But paying $15 to $20 is just a pain in the ass. But unlike back in my day when I was paying like $9.99, even $6.99 for some CDs. But now it's like $15.99. You gotta buy it off the band's website, or you buy it off Amazon, or you just download it. Pretty much on Spotify or Pandora, or Apple Music, whatever you download your music from. But it is what it is. But like I said, this album is from top to bottom great. Not 1, not even 2, but 3 covers? What? And In This Moment has been known for doing covers ever since pretty much the second album, which was the second album, The Dream, where on the bonus edition they did Call Me, which a lot of people said was a bad idea. It was such a bad idea, why was it such a hit? But I digress. It wasn't a big hit, but still great. And that kind of started the machine of In This Moment just doing covers, you know, and they did Run to the Hills. They did I'm Broken, which should have been on an album. I don't know why it's not. They only did that for that not that metal show, but that show with my good buddy John Astronomy. You know, which was on Fuse or Much Music back in the day. You know, it is what it is. But they should have put those even if it was a single, it would have been nice. But it's okay. They also did Slayer, by the way, Postmortem on their demo. If you find it if just look it up on YouTube. It is a banger. I'm surprised this wasn't on Beautiful Tragedy, but I think it's on a demo. But they have covered Slayer. Even in their live set, they covered Nine Inch Nails, which they did been doing on the last tour. Something I Can Never Have, which is on this album. They also did Closer, which 2 million hits, I might add, because I was in that video. Even though it wasn't a video, it was just a video on Sirius XM that was coincided with In This Moment, but, you know, thank you anyway. By the way, Sirius XM In This Moment, thank you. Because I was in the video, so. And I approve of it because I have I'll show it off, why not? Why not? I didn't buy this off the website, I got this at the show because I got picked by Maria and everything. Pays another band, but I had a great time. I had a great time doing that, you know, doing the Black Widow release party at Webster Hall here in New York City. And I didn't think I was going to get picked, but I got picked. Right place at the right time, and, you know, the stars aligned. And I've known In This Moment since 2005, so whether it was fate, I don't know. It might have been fate. Maybe Maria saw me in the crowd. She recognized me. I don't know. Even though she kind of forgot my name, but whatever. I gave her a pass. But but I digress on that. But you know, without this band, I would be dead. I tell you, I've said that for pretty much a lot. For my new fans out there, if you're just watching this for the first time, my channel for the first time. I mentioned this before on certain In This Moment videos that without In This Moment, without Maria, Chris, and, you know, the guys, even the old members, Jeff Fab and Kyle Conkio, and I'm forgetting names. You know, Blake and Jesse, who are in different bands now. I wish them well. You know, Jeff is with Zach Wilde. You know, Blake was with, I forgot his name, but, Blake did some solo work with Jeff on, the guy that won American Idol. Not the guy we all know, but, you know, they did that. Jesse became a pilot. And then, you know, Kyle filled in on the third album momentarily, and then now Travis has been with the band. Pretty much he kind of was with the band at the beginning, but then he didn't come into the midpoint of the third album with the tour where Kyle was he was on the credit with the album, and then Travis did the tour, and then Travis just basically started with the band after that with Blood and up to now, and then Tom Hain came in on the drums for Blood and Black Widow. And then he left, and then Kent Dimmel, the man on the Skins right now, banging those Skins for the last couple albums. He's amazing. Randy Whitesell comes in, you know, right after the third album, along with Travis, which was, I thought, great. Doesn't have the same, you know, it's not like, you know, Blake was great, you know, with the melodies and the first 2 albums, and then actually the first 3 albums, and then Randy comes in with more oomph. Not to say Blake had oomph, but Randy brings in that heavy riff, and him and Chris with those riffs is just insane. And then you got Maria's, people get on Maria with the way the albums are going and the stage presence. I know my girl, my wifey, has, her own opinions about Maria. She loves Maria to death. Don't worry about it, Maria. I know she might be watching, and the band might be watching, but, people have their own opinions about the band. Oh, they're not evolving. It's the same garbage. I mean, what are you listening to? I mean, like I said, people are entitled to their own opinion. I get it. But if you're gonna just write on their page, or, when they have a video come out, you're writing, oh, Maria's voice is different. It's, she's losing her voice, I'm like, what? She's whispering and this and that. I'm like, come on, what are you listening to? Open your ear. I mean, some people might be hard of hearing. I mean, what are you listening to? And then the usual, oh, in this moment, I'll never get a #1 record, this and that. I'm like, nobody cares. It's all about the music. It's not about how many albums you sold. I mean, if In This Moment can hit #1 on Billboard Top 200 or Top 100, I would go ballistic. Yes, but if they got #1 on the hard rock chart, that's something too. And they have had a couple of albums that have been in at least near the top 10. I think one of them was Blood, which I believe debuted at #8. I could be wrong on that, but I know Blood was in the top 10. And that, that was great. I remember going to, I think it was Mayhem or one of the festivals at the PNC. I think when Blood, or it had to be, yeah, there was when Blood came out. I met Maria and the gang, first person online, mind you. I'm so nice. Me and the missus were the first person online. We went right up to Maria. We were like hanging out for almost like a half hour. What are we gonna do? So we just talked, Maria's like, oh, how do you like the album? I go, number 15, #8, whatever it was. And she like, high five, dude. By the way, happy birthday, Randy. A couple days ago, I messaged him on Instagram. He got right back to me. That was a shock week, That was a shock. It was just 2 days ago, actually. I messaged him on Instagram, and I'm like, I didn't think he was going to get back to me. And next thing you know, Randy being a nice guy, he says, he liked my message I sent him. I said, happy birthday, Beast, because he's a beast like Chris and Travis and Kent. Maria's my metal sister, of course. Her birthday's coming up. Her birthday's like right before mine. It's insane how me and In This Moment and Ozzy are like intertwined somehow. It's like a gift from God. Ozzy's birthday is in December. Maria and Chris are pretty much days apart. Mine is a week apart from them, which is crazy. And Lemmy's birthday is the same day as me, which is Christmas Eve. How cool is that? I am involved with rock royalty, basically. Lemmy and Ozzy, and then you got Maria and Chris. I mean, it's great. That's why I say December is the greatest month with the greatest people that celebrate birthdays. And you got, also Jesus Christ the Lord, But anyway, moving on from that. Let me get to the album. The album, 11 songs, and, like I said, 3 covers. Wrapped Around Your Finger by the Police. I didn't think I ever heard a cover of that from a metal band. But it sounds good. It sounds a little bit more up-tempo. Maria's, whispering and singing. But then it gets a little heavy near the end, which I think is great. So, we got that. You can listen to it on In This Moment's YouTube page. Also, Another Brick in a Wall. A Pink Floyd cover featuring Kat Von D, who we all know and love. Uh, I had to listen to it a couple times, and it's not as great as Korn's version. Let me say, Korn's version of Another Brick in the Wall. I'm sorry, Maria, but I like Korn's version. It's not bad. This version is not that bad. It's more dark and doom. It's great. It's still great. I love it. So I'm not gonna say anything else about that. And then the Nine Inch Nails cover to end the album, Something I Can Never Have. 7-minute song. And in this moment, it's not I don't think they ever had a song longer than 7 minutes. Really longer than 5 minutes. But I think this is their longest song. I gotta check that, but still, Something I Can Never Have has been in this set for the last couple tours. Was good. But let me run down the track list, if you will. Alright, so it starts off with Shame, which, banger, right off the bat, where he's screaming like a banshee, as always. Then, I Wanna Believe, which is a new single now. The new video just came out about 3 hours ago. So got that. Crawl, an amazing song. It kind of has that, when it gets into the chorus, you just take this, you can have it all. It kind of has that, Army of Me feel. I'm like, wait a minute, is this Army of Me Part 2? What is this? But it's amazing. Maria's like, screaming. It's just great. The riff is good. It's just an amazing song. Amazing video. If you haven't seen it, go see it on YouTube. Okay. Next single, next song. The next track, Into the Dark. I have to hear that. I didn't hear all of it, so I have to hear that again. Sleeping with the Enemy, the video came out a few months ago. I think it came out in June or July. I think it was June, really. Great song. Not one of my favorites on the album, but because Crow and I Want to Believe are like on my top 2 right now. Heretic is up there too, but right now I Want to Believe I don't even have it playing, and I can hear it in my head. It's just in my head. It's amazing. You always have that song, just you can't get it out of your damn head. And I Want to Believe is just, I gotta say that. But yeah, Sleeping with the Enemy is pretty good. The video is just all over the place. It's just wild. Okay, so track 6, Wrapped Around Your Finger, the Police cover. Heretic featuring Kim Dracula. We heard that since last year. So that's good. It's track number 7. Track 8, Father. I believe that, I don't know if that's about her father. I could be wrong on that, but because we had Mother, which was 2 albums ago, and her mom was actually on the album, so I think that's pretty damn nice. I have to hear a little bit more of that. Without Me There's No You is track number 9. That's a great song. A great song. I don't know if that's about the fans. It could be about the fans. It could be a lot of meanings to that. So check that out. I'm going to check it out again probably later or tomorrow. Most likely tomorrow. Because I'm going to play the album the entire weekend. It's just an amazing album from front to back to front. Track 10, Another Brick in the Wall, featuring Kat Von D, the Pink Floyd cover. And then the final song, track 11, Something I Can Never Have, 7 minutes long, the Nine Inch Nails cover. But so that's the album. I hope maybe we get a deluxe edition, maybe some extra tracks, maybe some live stuff. That'd be nice. Maybe another DVD, guys. Because we haven't had a DVD since Blood at the Orpheum, which was the deluxe edition of Blood, which I have. I have all the albums, basically. It's great. So. But, I have Blood 1983 too. That was an EP. But, still. But yeah, I would love for In This Moment to do another live DVD. I would love a live CD DVD. That would be great. Well, maybe they did a Greatest Hits Volume 1. I'm like, where's Volume 2? Because Volume 1 ended, well, pretty much went up to Blood. Because I had Scarlet, which they need to do live. And The Road. I know they don't do many songs from back then, but they should. I would love to have Beautiful Tragedy in full, or A Star-Crossed Wasteland in full. Not so much The Dream, but Dream is underrated. A lot of people say that it's not great, because it's more pop, and there's only one screaming song, which is The Great Divide. I'm okay with that, but I would love to hear Beautiful Tragedy in full. I don't know if Marie and the guys want to do it, but I'm old school, and old school's cool. I would love to hear that album in full. Or at least bring some songs from that album into the set again. I mean, the last time we heard, like Daddy's Fallen Angel, or Prayers, or even Beautiful Tragedy. Well, Prayers and Daddy's Fallen Angel was in a medley. They did a medley back in 2016-17. They brought those in. Last time I think we heard Beautiful Tragedy was doing a Blood tour. And at Blood at the Orpheum. They might have brought it... I think they brought it out a couple times after that. Briefly, Randy would play the harmonic part. But I don't think... Yeah, I don't think they've done anything from the first album. They haven't brought any songs out in a while. No, even from the Star-Crossed Wasteland, I would love to hear Iron Army again live. Cause I mean, come on. I would love to hear The Road live, because never heard that live. Even when it came out. When it were like doing release parties, never heard it. Which I would love to hear. I would love to hear Scarlet live. Maybe You're Gonna Listen live, which was it was on the Blood album. Jakey Lee did the solo on there. One of two Ozzy guitarists who have been guest guitarists on In This Moment Records, and both take that back. Jakey Lee was on Blood. Who was the other one? Gus G on Star-Crossed Wasteland, because he did The Road with he did the end. He did the main solo, and then Chris and him did the ending solo. But that would be cool to have Randy and Chris duet on that song if The Road ever was put in the set. But mainly now, In This Moment, when you see them live, they put a couple of new songs in, and then pretty much it's like a mix. It's a mix of a couple of Blood songs, a couple from maybe they do Natural Born Sinner, which I thought was great. They put that in the set a couple of tours ago, and I would love to hear Bones from Black Widow. I would love to hear Dirty Pretty. I want to hear, like, deep, I usually call these deep cuts, where you don't hear on the radio, you don't have a video, you just listen to it on the CD. I would love for those deep cuts to become videos, or we hear them live. I would love for them to do Another Brick in the Wall, just do a video for that, or Wrapped Around Your Finger. I think this entire album could be a whole thing of videos, would be great, but that's up to Maria and the guys. But anyway, so let me finish this video off, because I am going to bed. I'm tired. So the track listing, once again: Shame, track 1, I Want to Believe, featuring Dayseeker, track 2, track 3, Crawl, Into the Dark, Sleeping with the Enemy, Wrapped Around Your Finger, the Police cover, Heretic, featuring Kim Dracula, Farther at track 8, track 9, Without Me There's No You, track 10, the Pink Floyd cover of Another Brick in the Wall. There's part 2, by the way. Featuring Kat Von D. and the Nine Inch Nails cover of Something I Can Never Have, the final track, and that's pretty much it. But, like I said, it is a banger. If you haven't watched the videos for Heretic, Sleeping with the Enemy, Crawl, and the new single that just came out tonight, basically, or like 3.5 hours ago, I Want to Believe, go see it. Sub to In This Moment on YouTube. They're on Facebook. They're on Instagram. You know, just go to their social media page. You can find them there. You want to buy the merch, go to the merch store, and just support In This Moment. They're gonna be going on tour pretty soon. I believe September and October they're gonna be on tour. I believe with Dayseeker. For the Witch tour. I don't know what it's called. But sadly not coming to New York. I mean, guys, help a brother out. You know, Maria, you know, I love you, my girl, you know, my sweetheart, but, you know, kind of give New York some action, and New Jersey, too. I mean, they've been in New Jersey, but it's too far away for me to go. Yeah. I know I might be saying, people's like, oh, you're cheap, you know, can't go over there. Come on. Hey, I got a life, too. I can't go to all the shows. I wish I could in the Northeast Corridor, but, you know. I mean, it is what it is. I think the last time they came to New York was maybe about a year or two, a couple of years ago, maybe. But it would be nice, you know, for them to, you know, come around New York, maybe get the Madison Square Garden, maybe the Hammerstein would be nice. Because they did the Hammerstein a couple times. I'd love for them to come back to the Hammerstein. Don't come back to Terminal 5. They were supposed to do a tour, do a show on April Fool's Day of all days at Terminal 5, but COVID hit. And I got my money back, thankfully, for that. And then 2020, what was that? I went to see them, well, I think it was 19, before COVID. I saw In This Moment headline with, it was New Year's Day, In This Moment, and then Lizzie Hale. That's where I met Ash Costello that night. Another sweetheart of mine. I would love for Maria to do another, an actual song, a duet with Ash. I would love for her to do a song with Lady Gaga. That would be epic. Maybe on the next record. Maybe. Or on, I know New Year's Day I think it's about to, I think they might be dropping a new album pretty soon. I would love for, I mentioned it to Ash, like, how about you and Maria do a song on your new album? He's like, never say never. But that would be epic. Ash and Lizzie Hale doing a song on the New Year's Day album. Maybe get Chris Motionless to come back and do another song, because he's done it before. Actually, wait, has he? Well, he was in the video for Blood, I know that. I don't think he did a song with Maria on an In This Moment song record. I know Maria did Contemptuous for Motionless in White, but I would love to have Chris and Maria do a song on the next In This Moment record. The 10th record, and the one that comes after this one, which probably won't be out till 2029 at this point. Whenever they come out with it, but usually In This Moment has a 2 to 3 year cycle for albums. They tour so much because they love the fans and we love them too. But so the new album comes out now. So if they did decide to do another record. And, like I said, the 2 to 3 year cycle, I would assume the 10th record will come out in 2028, possibly 2029. Because, already had I think we had the, I know Blood came out, there was a 10th anniversary of Blood, we had that already. Beautiful Tragedy is pretty much 20, I think it's about to hit 20 years old. I think this year, maybe it was next, I think it's next year. Beautiful Tragedy is going to turn 20, which would be great to have like a re-release. or something like that. Maybe like a deluxe re-release edition, like a remastered edition. I would love that. Maybe have some early demos of Beautiful Tragedy, you know, some songs, you know, like demos, or you don't have to have live stuff, but it's fine. You know, they go I would love for them to remaster the first 3 albums. You know, because Blood was already reimagined. You know, like I said, I would love to have A Soul Coast Wasteland remastered, well, not so much reimagined, but I'd have it remastered with videos for The Road and, some of the Iron Army would be amazing as a video. But, I mean, that's up to them, that's up to the band. But, you know, The Dream I'd like to have more videos for Lost at Sea, maybe. We already have one for, Forever, so I think, I think they have only one video for The Dream, which is Forever. I would love to have a video for, like, All For You, or Violet Skies, or Mechanical Love, stuff like that. Because, like, they're underrated songs, like, should be videoed, but, like I said, it's up to Maria and the band what they want to do, because they're evolving, and then, they still have the OG fans like me and the missus, of course, but, there's new fans coming in. They're like, what is this? And then, and they don't know what, they've never heard Beautiful Tragedy in their life. I'm like, and I go to shows and I'm talking about In This Moment with fans I've never seen them before, and I show them a video from, like, the old days, and they're like, holy crap! Next thing you know, they're subbed to the freaking YouTube channel, they're buying the record, thanks to me, because I'm I work in music, so I like to do some promotion for the band. I'm helping out. I'm trying to help out, at least. Hey, if you don't like In This Moment, that's fine, but don't shit on the band with your stupid opinions. I get it every day. I get people shitting on In This Moment because because they hate me and they're jealous. 2, they're jealous of the band. I mean, it's just retarded fucking comments. It's just retarded. Maria can't sing, she's this and that. I'm like, I haven't heard that before. Come up with something original. Oh, In This Moment will never get a platinum record. They will eventually. They have a couple gold album. Blood went gold. The album actually went gold, and the single went gold. So that's a start, About 6 or 7 years they could be on the docket for the Hall of Fame, because it takes 25 years before for your first album to get to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Shame. And Beautiful Tragedy came out in 2006, early 2007. So in about 10, 11 years, In This Moment could be at least nominated to get into the Hall of Fame. I don't know if they're going to get in the Hall of Fame. That would be nice, but I think they'll get in eventually. They'll get in. If it takes 20, 30 more years, I don't care. But it would be nice to get them in the next 10 to 20 years. It would be nice. But I know there's a lot of other bands that are out that haven't got in yet. So many. I don't even need to tell you which ones. I think we all know which ones, but Stone Temple Pilots. Just saying. There's a couple other. Alice in Chains is in. Thank the Lord. Billy Idol's in this year. Cyndi Lauper has to get in. She's not in. I don't know why. There's a few rock bands that are not in or took too long to get in. Kiss, Iron Maiden. You know, Pearl Jam got in, but I think it was like it took a while. But and you know my disdain for the Hall of Fame as it is. So and the Grammys, the Shammies, and the Rock and Roll Hall of Shame. Two fucking places I don't like at all. But it is what it is. Alright, anyway, enough about that bull funky, but yeah. So I know I went a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I wanted to speak my mind about In This Moment and the new record, which came out today. Banger. I Want to Believe, the new single. Banger. Crawl. Banger. Sleeping with the Enemy. Banger of a video. Heretic. Banger of a song. Like I said, this album is a banger from start to finish. And I think it's a big step up from God Mode. God Mode is great, no doubt about it. But this album, I think it's better than God Mode. Mother, I think it's better than Mother, way better than Mother. But Mother's great. Like I said, the last 3 albums they had out, actually the last 2 really, Mother and God Mode, great albums, but this one, it's right up there. I think, like I said, I think Witch is better than God Mode. It's a step up from God Mode. It's a big step up from Mother. And, that's pretty much it. So, let me know your thoughts down below. If you have the album, if you pre-ordered it already, let me know what you guys think. If you've seen any of the videos, let me know what you think of the videos, especially the new one that just came out, I Want to Believe, featuring Dayseeker. And, if you're going to see him on tour, tell him I said hello. And that's, pretty much it. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna go to bed, and then when I get up tomorrow, gotta work, do a little work, and then, well, while I'm at work, I'm gonna have the album blasting, scare my neighbors. You know, because you gotta crank this shit up to 11 plus. Crank it all the way up, baby. That's what I'm gonna do this weekend. And I don't care what the neighbors say. But I digress. But buy the album if you haven't bought it yet on Spotify, or if you want to buy the physical copy, you can buy it on the In This Moment website, or the merch store, I should say. And tell them I told you to buy it. Listen to it, back to front, front to back. You know, 365 days a year, twice on Sundays. Do it all. Get this album cranking. Let's get those views up on the video. Get the album sales cranking. The downloads cranking as well. Get it to number 1 on Spotify or Apple Music. The hard rock charts, get it to number 1. And maybe, if we can do it, I think we can get it to at least maybe the top 50 on a Billboard Top 200. It would be nice. But let's see if we can get it there. And that's that. Alright guys, thanks for watching. In This Moment, love you guys. Once again, you have saved my life. Because the last couple, you know, I've been in a dark place, you know, the last couple years. And I really needed music in my life to get me out of this doldrum that I've been in with certain things I can't discuss because they're too private, and I don't want to talk too much about my private life because certain people just love to instigate my private life, but it is what it is. I don't care. Because if it was their life, I would be instigating too, but I digress. But, yeah, In This Moment saved my life, and, you know, I needed this album because the drop, you know, because, like I said, I've had a really rough couple months, very rough couple years, and, you know, and I listened to some of the, you know, the old In This Moment stuff. I listened to Disturbed, Linkin Park, the Chester Bennington, Linkin Park, Metallica, you know, I listened to everything I could to get my mind away from, you know, the bad thoughts I've been having and the frustration that I've been having, the stress I've been having. But music soothes the soul, as I always said, and without music, I'd probably not be talking to you right now at almost 4 o'clock in the morning. I would not be talking to you. I'd probably be either dead or in the hospital. But, suicide's not the answer, guys. If you're having a bad day, you need somebody to talk to, call a doctor, call a friend. Listen to some fucking In This Moment. Listen to some music. Let it drown out the problems you've been having. At least let it temporarily calm you down. I know a lot of people are dealing with a lot of shit. But don't take your own life. It is not the answer. Just pray to the Lord, the mighty Lord upstairs, and put on some music. Alright? You don't want to do something you're going to regret, then you're going to leave all your friends behind, and then you're not going to go to heaven. You might not go to heaven, because God, doesn't like suicide and stuff like that. So, don't do it. If you need to talk to somebody, go see a counselor, go talk to somebody, even go to, I would say go to the police, but, at least try to get some help before doing something that you are going to regret later on. So, get the help, listen to some music, read a book, take your medication if you have to, just don't OD on it, but just do what you gotta do to calm down, and that's pretty much it. So once again, Maria, Chris, Randy, Travis, Kent, you guys are amazing people. I love you so much. I miss you like crazy. Like I said, if you came back to New York, it would be great. Give me some VIP. I'm kidding. But, I miss you guys. It would be nice to see you guys again back here in good old New York City. Or maybe around the Stoneland Ballroom, PNC area maybe. I can somehow scrounge up some money and go over there. If I have to stay in Jersey. I don't give a shit. But it'll be nice to come to New York City so I can just hop on a train, get there, and come back. But even in New Jersey, too, I can hop a train and come back. But, But it is what it is. So, hopefully, In This Moment, maybe not this tour, but maybe for the winter tour or going into next year, maybe get a New York date or two, maybe more, maybe the Jersey date here and there I can get to. It'll be really nice to meet the band again. I haven't really met them since like almost 10 years. Yeah, about 10 or so years, guys. It's been a while. I miss you guys. I saw you on the tour with Lizzie Hale and New Year's Day. I mean, that's one thing, but meeting you like backstage or outside the venue, or even if I'm walking to the venue, that would be nice. Just like when I'm walking, next thing I know, I see Maria, I see Chris, I see Travis, or one of the guys. I'm like, hey, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? I'm just seeing the show, just hanging out, shooting the shit, or if I get VIP, and meet Maria and just give her a big hug, and cry like a little bitch, but I'm kidding. But, whatever. I haven't seen Maria and the guys in so long, but, but maybe not this coming tour, maybe when they come to New York or New Jersey, maybe I can buy a VIP, say hello to Maria, take a picture and stuff like that, because I haven't done it in a while, so we get that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching In This Moment, #1, and that's all I gotta say about that. Thanks for watching. Rock on and rock hard with your compute. And if you're not down with that, well, like Maria used to say, back when they were making the second album, well, actually the third album, A Soul Course Wasteland, she and the In This Moment fans, like me, we have 3 words for you if you don't like In This Moment. Well, fuck you, man. You don't like my band? Well, fuck you, man. That's all I gotta say about that. Thanks for watching. Rock on. See you next time.